Alright guys, so it's a new series of videos. This will be like quick like outdoor shop tips, repair, servicing tips, stuff like that. I'll pass on some information that I've learned over the years. So if you've got a 2-stroke, 4-stroke, whatever machine that's got a centrifugal clutch, could be a chainsaw, strimmer, edge trimmer, anything with centrifugal clutch. And you've got a problem with you let off the revs, and whatever's on the end, your power tool, you know what I mean? It could be a strimmer head, like I said, pole saw, you know, pruner, edge trimmer blades, whatever, chainsaw blade, you know, chain. If that keeps turning, and you've let the throttle off, as long as your throttle's down low enough, and your throttle's not, you know, your engine's not running too fast, that's a symptom. That is your spring. Your clutch spring is worn. Stretch, in other words. And what's happening is because it's gone weak, the clutch is staying open onto the drum and transferring drive down, and it's not shutting the power off when it's on low throttle, you know what I mean? So it's hard to really tell if they're gone. You could put a screwdriver in and try to push the pressure apart. But sometimes I've looked at them and you see they've stretched on the one side. So you've got like an air gap where my nail is there. So that's like a bit of a sign. So that's what I look for. But if you've got that symptom, that's the only answer it can be. If your throttle's down low and the end is still spinning, like I said, no matter what it is, if it's still moving, blades moving, chain going, whatever, that's what it is. It could be one spring, it could be 2 springs like on chainsaws. That's all it is. Today I've gone for I call it the Japanese fixing, the 4-bolt fixing, just for simplicity. These are brilliant fixings. The Chinese as well, copy them. It's the Chinese engine on here, but it's a real good one. That's just for showing you. That's a Mitsubishi TU26, which are cracking motors in the day. I've done a bit of work on them on Mitsubishi on edge trimmers. That's a Warrior Chinese copy, and they're so similar, it's unbelievable. So it's just the Chinese, as they do, copy everything, and they've gone for the same fixing. Also Italian F-Co, I've got an F-Co with the same fixing as well. They do a small Japanese fixing, which you've got to watch, is slightly different. I think I've seen it on the old Shindawas. Here's a Zenoa Komatsu, another cracking motor, but that's a different fixing. That's the big front fixing, very similar to all your Macs. They come down like that onto an angle like that. That's a bit more work involved. So that's just from simplicity reasons, simple. I like that, just the 4-bolt fixing. Again, a 5mm Allen key, in a few minutes the engine, well, not a minute, the engine's off. Another brilliant one, the Echo. Done a lot of Echoes over the years. Like I said, I love Japanese stuff, Kawasaki's, all the stuff. But that's the same, we've got to take a lot more bolts out, different fixings, to get the engine off, to get up the clutch. That's gone the same, all the covers got to come off, 3, 2, 3 by here. 3, 4, 5 there, I've taken the top cover off already, engine cover, but you've got to take all this off to get the bolts. Brilliant machines, I love them, but for this simple reason, that's why I like these machines. Alright, I'll take it off now. I can't zoom in, my camera's playing a bit, so I'll just try to do a bit of let me go a bit higher, 1 second. Just so I'm not. Like that, right? 5mm Allen key, that's all we need. Oh, let's undo it. Sometimes, if you're going to take the spark plug out, which realistically you've got to do, I'll do this quite fast now. Crack them off. The reason it's best to do it now is if it's really tight, if you've taken the engine off, you're trying to hold the engine in and undo it. If it's attached to the machine, it's easier to hold, to crack it off first. Take this cover off here. Refill the cover. Push this forward. I'm trying to do it, I've only got 20 minutes on my phone, so we've got to pop the cable out of the end there. Put the choke on, stop any debris going into the carb. On this type I got fast connectors, always a good idea. if it's your own machine, just put quick connectors, because you can take the engine on and off a lot then. Just pull this out there, no tools needed. If you haven't got a type that will come apart like that, there's only a 10mm lock nut on there. Crack that off. So back to this, I put it on flat on a table or bench. You can do it in a vise, but you've got to hold the engine to it. And do it that way, I've done it that way, yeah, many a time. Like I said, I'm just doing a quick series on stuff that I've learned, and I thought I'd pass it on, some information. So there's not much information on doing clutch springs. But like I said, it's a simple job. I'm not joking now, this is how fast I can take this engine on and off. I can do this when I'm on a cup of tea, which I am now. Well, chocolate, something to do. So like I said, these, look at that, it's off. Right? So, let me just show you in here. As the springs, as the centrifugal, as it spins, the centrifugal opens up, the clutch opens up and bites, catches on the end, on the clutch drum. The faces that catch on there. But what happens is, because the spring I've worn is not holding the weights in, so you don't need much speed to it at all then, and they catch in straight away, and that's why it's transferring and the drive is always there. The spring got to be tight, strong to hold them weights in. Here's a quick version of what's happening. So on here, all it is, spark plug out, either your piston stop in there, or if you haven't got piston stop, I just put, take spark plug out, piston on the bottom, the very bottom, push, pull cord, stuff it down in the top, wind the engine slowly, make sure you don't go, because sometimes the cord can go down into the exhaust port, I'm sure the exhaust port, yeah, exhaust port, and it can like chop the cord, so be careful. If you hear anything catching, like biting, rearrange it and start again. When it goes nice and stiff and tight, crack them two bolts off, but they, be honest, I don't do that. Use a little impact gun, just rip them off. When you take this off, because that's the spring there, there's nothing wrong with this one. Sometimes you can lose the face as well, off your little clutch shoes, you know what I mean? I've still run one with one completely off. As long as it's one side, look alright. So undo these bolts, yeah. Watch, you've got a little spring washer on the outside here. Nice link camera. You've got a little spring washer there on the outside, and flat washers on the other side, like spacers. Make sure they go back on all the same way, right? So tighten them back up. Spark plug back in, and we'll tighten that up after, and we'll put them back together now. Make sure you're back in shot. Simple again. You can do it on the vise if you want. Put this engine back on. It's as fast as this. This is how fast I've changed the engine. It won't hurt if you had a few of them engines in the van. Like I said, I've changed these on site as I'm working. If something goes wrong, there's no worth trying to fix it, just chuck another engine on. That's the quickest way I do it. Like, this is real time. It takes a few minutes, if that. As I done this morning, I noticed, because a few days ago the stopped working, and all it was the wire that broke here on one of these. But I really recommend putting quick fixings on it. Just crack them up. Like I said, most Japanese have got this fixing. Like I said, you don't really want Japanese, not Japanese, I mean Chinese. But you get good quality Chinese, which this is. And believe me, this has done some work. With the edge trimmer on it, my pole saw, I got a few videos of it working. I've had it for about 5 years. The stuff I've done, this is my second engine. Second machine, I mean. It's actually a Robin shaft made onto it. So bits and pieces it is. Pop that back in there. This is the only tricky bit. is getting this back into this notch. The notch it drops in on the one side. So turn it, and we'll drop the cable into it. There we are, it's in. Also, if you've adjusted this bolt here, it's still on. If you've adjusted this, yeah, make sure you've got a bit of play in the cable. You want to be back on the tick over screw. You don't want to be on the cable. If you're on the cable, that's not good. You need to be off the throttle, bit of play onto the tick over screw. Alright, so back on now. Fill it back in. Like I said, this is real time, so you can see how quick I did away. Put it on the right way, would help. But these are so simple, they're comically simple. That's what I just thought I'd show you. Because people would put this into a shop who had that problem, symptom, clutch problems. And I also I bought a still before, and spares repairs, and it was comically cheap. And they had no drive, nothing transferring to the end. All it was, the clutch had seized in. They need to be free. So that's the other thing to do as well, is put a bit of copper slip around the bolts, only a bit. But I freed it up, got them going, got them working. Perfect, looking tidy, Strimmer. So, handy thing to know. There we are. So it's back on. We'll start him up now. Like I said, it's just so fast to change. Well, there we are. I hope that's helped someone out. Like I said, I'll do more in this series. Well, that was just a quick engine change, if you like. One way of saying it. Or another way is just to fix a clutch spring problem. Like I said, if you let the throttle off and the tool on the end, whatever it is, or edge trimmer, all the edge trimmers, chainsaws, whatever. But with a chainsaw, you'd have to have a special tool sometimes to get the clutch off, to fit into it, to undo it off, or tap it off. But it's a bit more involved, like. But that's all it is. Alright? Hope this video helps you out. And there'll be many more in this series. Like I said, this didn't need it done. But I just thought, well, I'll show what was a common thing that happens with these springs. And pass on this information. Alright? Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.